Do. That's good. That's good. All right, that looks good. Now I just got to get my playback up, and we'll be underway. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, quite well on a pretty good evening. It's cold where I'm at. It's cold and snowy. Mute this. What's up, Mac? What's up, Space? Yeah, Michigan got a crazy upset over Ohio State. It was a big day in college football, I guess. It was all over social media. You're watching Oklahoma versus OK State? Okay. Who's winning in that one? We'll get started in about 5 minutes or so, like usual, on these kind of streams. Looks like it'll kick off with the Bucks and Colts is where we'll get going. Not much. What's up, man? What up, Mike? Yeah, just waiting for a few people to get in, and we'll get underway. OK State 14-7. They should have gotten the ball back, but they got roughing the kicker. Oof. Roughing the kicker is one of the worst penalties you could get because it's just kind of like a lack of like discipline and like a lack of kind of spatial awareness, really. My opinion, anyway. So. Gave us the first down. Oh, there you go. Oh, they ran into the kicker. Okay. So you guys have a chance to tie it up still. That's pretty good, I guess. I don't know. I don't know who you are. What's up, Daryl? How you doing, my friend? Oklahoma tied it up. You're 93-74-1, looking to get to 100 this week. There you go. You might get it, actually. All you got to do is get 6 of these games right this weekend. Do you think you can do that? This is probably one of the most like even weeks of matchups I've ever seen. A lot of 500 or better teams matching up. I don't think we've actually seen that in quite a while in the NFL, right? Like, let's see how many's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of 15 games are with 500 or better teams matching up. So that's quite a few this late in the season, I would have to argue, especially week 12 of the regular season, to have 7 matchups where and there might even be more. Let me look at these ahead of time. 8. And at this point in time, it was 9 because I believe they were 5-5. So 9 of 15 possible games were with teams of well, that's pretty important. Yeah, last week was a bit of shit show games. Yeah, this week is one of the greatest weeks ever in terms of just pure matchups, week-to-week matchups. Like, there's 9 games with actually good games. Can Atlanta bounce back? I think so. They got a pretty good opponent to have to go against. As always, if you haven't been to one of these streams, we start at the beginning of the schedule and just kind of work our way to the bottom. What's up, JJ? You picked the tie? Yeah, I don't believe you. If they lose to Jacksonville. You picked the Jaguars this week? All right, well, we'll get to that game. I would say the biggest issue for the Jaguars is the fact that their offense is bad and the Atlanta defense has been pretty good at times this year. I've seen flashes of them being pretty solid, and against a very non-existent offense. Browns and Lions didn't tie, so cool. You picked a tie in that game, so you got a loss. Nice. Look, I don't know what you're saying. Cool. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of you early today, dude. You're annoying already. Because Baker's injured. Yeah, but that's why Baker's just no good right now. He probably should just be sitting out, is what I'm thinking. If he's as hurt as he is and his play is affected as bad as it has been, it's probably best if he sits down at this point. If you're rooting for Baker, it's like, well, it's commendable that you're trying to play through this injury, but if it's to the point where it's affecting your play this much, you may be negatively impacting your team by not just sitting it out. It's kind of one of those weird situations. That you got to think about. Yeah, Michigan got a big win today. Pretty crazy. Nothing. We're getting started in about 3 minutes. When we'll jump into Tampa and the Colts. And as hurt as he is, how are they playing? Yeah, exactly. It feels weird. Like a torn labrum, I'd sit my ass down. I don't care if it's in my non-throwing. You're extremely limited at that point. But yeah, should be a good weekend of games. What do you guys think the best one is? Rams, Packers, the Patriots and the Titans, even though that kind of has some stipulation. Buccaneers, Colts could be really, really good. Vikings, 49ers could be pretty good. Pats, Titans, yeah, I think so too. You like Tennessee to cover? I think they can cover easily. I see it as a 3-point game regardless of what's going on with Tennessee. They're too good for a 7. Washington and Seattle is the best one to you? All right. Well, we'll eventually start here in about a minute. He's like, I like Washington's matchup. Washington probably feels weird. Actually, not really. The line makers hate Seattle. They never give them good lines. Same with Tennessee, though. The line makers seem to hate the Titans. They love the Falcons, though. Falcons always get love in the lines. But I think Atlanta's really good against the spread. They're one of those teams that usually can win in a spread. They'll go 13-3 in a spread year, just against the spread, but 9-7 in reality, or 8-8, or beneath. Seattle 3-8. Hey, the injuries decimated them. Yeah, Rams at Packers is a really good game. Yeah, the Washington football Seattle game. It's gonna be wow, this is. Bengals to play, still to playing. Yeah, I think Bengals will play to their potential in this week. Yep. They seem to play against the AFC North their best. That's when you see the Bengals at their absolute best is against their division. You guys want to just get started? We're a half hour or 30 seconds from when I want to get started, so. Don't remember me. I was the guy who went to. Yeah, I remember you, man. Ranked numbers: Atlanta versus Jacksonville. Very close, both weak offenses and less than good defenses. Hold on. Rake, I agree. Very, very similar, but I like Atlanta's defense just a little bit more, especially with the piss-poor play of the Jags line. Yeah, congrats, Clayton. All right, let's get started here. We got a few people in, and let's get right into it. It'll be the Buccaneers heading into Indianapolis to play the Colts. We'll take a peek at the line here from FanDuel. It's the Tampa Bay is favored by 3.5, over under of 53. I don't know. I don't see any reason to think that Tampa won't win this game. They play good run defense. I think they're one of the top 10 due to the fact that they have a very good D line. It's got Vita Vea anchoring it. I think he's pretty well healthy. Most of their defensive front is healthy. So you got that, but the Jonathan Taylor, the X factor of the game, right? Can the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do enough to slow him down? And then if they do too much to slow him down, will the Colts offense, Carson Wentz and the receivers, be able to take advantage of the fact that the Colts are probably going to be selling out to stop, or the Bucs are going to try and stop the run almost at any capacity. So, but again, the Bucs are also getting healthier with guys like Sean Murphy-Bunting back and a number of other defenders back for this game. It seems like they're getting healthy at the right time. And we kind of seen last week, Brady kind of looked like typical Brady late in the season where he starts to kind of look a lot better than he did out of nowhere. He'll go through like a weird down, and then all of a sudden he just goes shoomp back up. And that's kind of what we've seen the start of last week. Maybe it was against a lesser opponent. We'll see. So what are you guys thinking? You have the Bucs winning. You have the Bucs. Most people, I don't think Tom is going to throw 3 picks like Josh, and the Bucs can run the ball. Yeah, well, Tom's been a little bit pick happy this year with but he seems to know how to play the Indianapolis Colts. If I remember right, even when the Patriots aren't exactly like the most killer team, ever since the Colts lost Manning, it's been one of those things where Brady just beats the dog shit out of the Colts. Tampa Bay ranks number 1. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. So. The Colts are running into a team, the best team at stopping what they do. So that something has to give. The second, probably the best active running game in the NFL, because the Browns got Hunt back this week. Surprise, surprise. That's actually huge. The Browns could, the Browns-Ravens game will be interesting to talk about. Because the Browns got 3 guys back all of a sudden, and that's the importance of the people they got back cannot be understated. But we'll get to them. But yeah, so I don't know. You got the Colts by 2? All right. Why is that? I always like to hear someone's counterpoint, because it seems like most people are thinking that the Bucs are going to win this game. Oh yeah, let's also go to Pick Watch, and I like to see what that is too. 80% of people are on this team, the Bucs. Not by 27-25, because they won't be able to stop the run like normal. Well, I mean, Tampa Bay seems to be able to stop the run against most teams. It seems like that's what their defense does particularly well. So, all right, fair enough. I don't know. I feel like there's not much else to discuss. You got the Colts by 3. All right. You just see Tampa as a team that can be upset right now, because I agree. I think no team is unbeatable this year. I feel like every single team now in the league is completely beatable, except the Patriots, sadly. It's our league again. I mean, I hate to tell you guys. Do you know I wouldn't even be surprised if we won the Super Bowl and everybody just hates football again? I'd just laugh. We're like, well, damn, that sucks. I guess we were the best team in the league this year. This is crazy. Who's seen that coming? I didn't even see it coming. I'd be honest. I'd be like, fucking got me, got everybody. Nobody's seen this shit, except I think literally one guy. I know one person who put the Patriots in the Super Bowl prior to the season, and that was Barstool Sports' Dave Portnoy. He had Patriots Cardinals. Yeah. Prove it games. Yeah, this is a huge game for Carson and the Colts. If the Colts can win this game, they should be taken very, very seriously going forward. They got a lot of their health back this game. As the season goes on, they're getting healthier. They're getting more used to one another. If they can win this one, they very well probably win their division, with the health of the Titans just completely bottoming out. Yeah, it would be hilarious to watch everybody be like, well, Belichick did carry Brady. I had the page. Yeah, I thought with Cam, I had them in. I had them going 11-6 or 12-5 if everything went right. So I had us as an easy playoff team. Anyway, I guess that's about that for the Tampa Bay and Colts stuff. Seems like most people are thinking Tampa. A couple think Colts. What could get the upset? And this was one of those games where it doesn't feel. What's up, Detroit? Where it doesn't feel like it would be an upset if either team won. But the Colts are heavily, or the Tampa's pretty heavily favored, I think. Because I believe there's like a general rule where I don't know if it's real or not, but home teams usually get like 3 points in favoritism. Patriots have allowed the least points per game with yeah, I know. No one talks about it though. We have like the number 2 or number 1 defense overall, I believe. But whatever. Let's get on to the game of the week. Probably one of the best games I think I've seen in this century. The New York Jets taking on the Houston Texans. I know, don't everybody get excited to talk about one of the best games we've seen this decade. Let me tell you what the line is in this. What's up? What's up amongst? Yeah, I know. Game of the year. I know. We're finally here. The Texans are favored by 2.5 with an over/under of 44.5. The Texans are getting 76% of the people picking them. I think New England is number 1 defense. I think so too, Mike. Yeah, this should be prime time. I'm surprised they didn't, put everything into the proper way. I think Zach Wilson is starting for the Jets, but I don't really think that matters much, right? Like, I have the Jets winning, to be honest. And I have that because the things I've seen of Houston and the things I've seen of the New York Jets, right? You kind of have to consider both teams. No, they're all sick and shit. I think it's Zach Wilson. Everybody got COVID in their quarterback room except Zach Wilson somehow. It's like the ironic twist is I think he got a COVID vaccine of all people in the league, right? Like, all right. That's if you know a little bit about this dude's family history. It's like, oh, okay. Like, what? That 5 things that surprised me the most is he has one, because he has no COVID worries right now. He's like the only quarterback they have, and I believe Josh Johnson, but I think he's hurt. But yeah, Zach Wilson, I believe, was named the starter for this week. Or Wilson or whatever. See what happened in 2019. We had the best defense. I don't care about any of that. Tyrod Taylor is a mobile quarterback. Yeah, he's mobile. It's pretty, I don't know. There's not really much to say about this game. This game kind of sucks. Big win for Michigan, I guess. I don't really watch college football though, so I don't really care. It's crazy. I guess. I don't know. They finally beat them, I guess is my thoughts. It's funny to see Ohio State lose. That's always good, right? You need a counter of that. Well, he gets injured quite often too. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say. I just have the Jets winning. I think they're just a better team than the Texans, who I think is like one of the worst teams in the league. I think Houston's got like one weird win over their division opponent, and I can't remember who else they beat. It might be the Jaguars even. Like I might be 100% on that one. Who's Houston's other win? Can somebody remind me, please? I Lions. Yeah, well, obviously they were out when they were like 0-6, dude. Jags. That's what I thought it was. So 2 division wins versus the Jets beating the Titans. And another motherfuckers. Who the hell else did the Jets stun beat this year? It doesn't matter. I just think the Jets have a better defense than the Texans, who are just kind of god awful at that. And one of the things is if like you Bengals, that's what it was. That's what it was. No, I know they beat Tennessee. I was thinking earlier it was the Jags. I'm gonna go with the Jets. I think they're just a better team. Spartans, yeah, hell yeah. They how'd they do today? What's up, Adam? HOS dropped 2 passes in power rank, and Jets moved up 1. Yeah, well, Jets are just a little bit better of a team than Houston is. So I got the Jets winning here. I know most people have Houston though, which seems like a smarter pick, but I feel like that's just because it's the Jets. Everyone's like, oh, fuck the Jets. That's crazy for Michigan, man. Go to like a college football stream, dude. Like, here, I'll help you out. Peace. Any more college football talk, I'll just get rid of you. This isn't a college football stream. It's kind of annoying. I don't care about college football. It's not good football. It's genuinely shitty football. I don't care for it. I mean, try it out. Try asking about it. Anyway, let's go on to the Eagles and Giants. Another pretty ugly game of the week when it's a week full of really good games. Eagles and Giants. Well, let's see what the odds are on this one. I would imagine the Eagles are quite favorited in this game. Only 3.5 for the Eagles with an over-under of 45.5. Division opponent. 92% of people are picking the Eagles, though. I don't really see a single of the top pickers going against and picking the Giants just for shits and giggles. How much time Shepard, the receiver? I don't know. Like, is he? Like, what do you mean? How much time like left in his career? I don't know. You have Eagles 35-27. Yeah, I think most people are going to have the Eagles winning this game, except Giants fans who can't really accept that, like, you know, their team isn't that good. Giants 33-24. Giants keep Danny Dimes. All right, well, I think you said a few things wrong in that statement. I'll let you figure out what ones you said wrong there. I think you said something wrong there. I'll let you see if you can figure it out. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, I thought the Eagles win is what you mean. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if anyone would want Sterling Shepard. I don't think anyone of the Giants like on this team is like a player anybody's in like high demand for. Another game I don't know that much about. I would go with the Eagles. Yeah, same here. Jets and Texans tie. That'd be pretty crazy. Yeah, there's not really much to say in this one. I don't think really anyone has the Giants winning in this one, so we'll move on. Here's a game that might actually have some split picks in it, right? The Panthers and the Dolphins. This is almost one of the better games. It's 5-6 and 4-7. It's getting there, right? The Panthers are favored by 2 with an over/under of 41.5. With 73% of people picking the Panthers over the Dolphins. So maybe it's not as split or divided as I think it might be. I know Dolphins fans are in full force thinking their team is back after getting 3 straight wins, 2 of them against the Texans and Jets. Hilarious. And then simultaneously shit-talking good teams saying that you can only beat bad teams. It's one of the weirdest things, like cognitive dissonance I've ever seen. If the Dolphins win, it will be because their defense played like they did against the Ravens. I don't know, Adam. We'll see. It's not really, I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Detroit sucks. I have a close shootout with the Panthers, 38-37. I don't think the Dolphins are physically capable of scoring over 24 points. I don't think the Dolphins can score that many. And I also think that the Dolphins have gotten very lucky in their 3-game win streak to get an upset, and then they played 2 of the bottom tier teams in the NFL. That they're better than those 2, but are they better than a mid-tier team? Yeah, but they were a better team last time, meme. A lot better team last time. Their defense is nowhere near what it was last year. And you also have to consider last year the Patriots were just not really doing anything. They went 7-9. So, yeah, but he's been injured, I think. Yeah, I figured they're going to be all over the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins' offense does much. That's why I like the Panthers to win this game. I think the Dolphins' defense has been all right. But especially, I'm not really buying what you can get a lucky upset on a Thursday night, but the other 2 wins aren't really that cool. And then that was a very close game versus the Jets until the very, very end with the Dolphins. And I don't really like that going against a team like the Panthers, who are slowly kind of getting their gears together with the new quarterback already. Oh, dude, quit spamming. I don't care. Now you're hidden. See ya. Yeah, all right. Fuller has a finger injury I just don't think they want to play with Tua. Yeah, it seems like most people don't really care about this game. All right, Patriots, Titans and Patriots, probably the game that I'm looking forward most to watching. Should be really good. It's a -7 for the Patriots. Patriots are favored by 7 with an over/under of 43.5. With 84% of people picking the Patriots, it's like a -330 money line. It'd be quite crazy if the Titans were able to pull this one off. I think they'll be able to keep it close, but I don't know if they're without all of their running backs, both of their good receivers. Now I think they're down offensive lineman, a starting corner, a linebacker, Bud Dupree. Who the hell else if they somehow can pull this off on the road, that would be one of the greatest feats I've ever seen a team pull off. And the one team that could potentially pull this off is the Titans. That's one of the things you should probably be most worried about if you're a Patriots fan, is you are against one of those teams that it seems like they have the strongest next man up mentality. But you have to wonder what else do they got on offense. They're down to a practice squad running back. I don't practice squad wide receivers. That'd be a bad loss. Yeah, if the Patriots lose, then yeah, if we don't beat the Titans, we're not making the playoffs. 29-22, holding Tannehill to do 120 yards, and Mac Jones lighting up the scoreboard. I don't think he'd throw 300. Judon could get 2 sacks though. I've never heard of the person who's carrying the rock for Tennessee because they're without Henry and McNichols, so and Adrian Peterson's gone. Like, say this was 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, and the Titans had the team that they started the season with, essentially. I wouldn't pick the Patriots to win that game. We'd probably get our face stomped in. It probably wouldn't have been a close game earlier in the season. Like, we would have probably gotten smoked up pretty bad. They're very limited right now. They're like down linemen, they're down running backs, they're down receivers. Their defense is missing Bud Dupree, another linebacker, a starting corner at this point. He's out, McNichols. Yeah, quit spamming or else you'll get hidden, please. I mean, see ya. Actually, dude, you're getting hidden. Spamming, I don't care for it. I think it's a good test for the Patriots to go. Yep. Yeah, but, I mean, if the Patriots win, everyone's just going to have a million excuses and just shake it off. Dontrell Hillard and Donta Foreman. Yeah, I can't stand spammers. Just get rid of them all. If you repeat yourself more than once, you're spamming, so don't do that. Yeah. I mean, this game would be more interesting to talk about if the Titans weren't crippled the way they were. So, kind of a bummer that this is the game we get finally. And everyone's going to have a million excuses if the Patriots are able to pull this off. So, here, I got to go blow my nose. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. All right, much better. Fuck, that hurt. That was fucking annoying. Yeah, Titans were a pretty good team before all the injuries. Yeah, I agree 100%. We would have probably lost. They did pretty much what we did well. Anyway, what's up, man? What's up, baby? All right, that's probably all we got for that game, I would say. We beat the hell out of that one pretty well. It'll be the Steelers and the Bengals now. This game will be in Cincinnati. I believe the Bengals won the earlier matchup of the two before. So the Bengals are favored by 3.5 with an over-under of 43.5. And 76% of people got the Bengals. Interesting to note that the top two pickers have the Steelers, followed by the 7th-rated ones. Both have the Steelers. And a number of the top pickers seem to think the Steelers are going to be able to pull this one off, just as a little foresight into that one. TJ Watt's playing. Makes a difference. You have the Steelers. You have the Bengals. You got Bengals. Yeah, I have the Bengals as well. I have some questions about if the Steelers' offense is going to be able to compete in this game. And I don't really think so. You know what I mean? Like, I know that they really can't throw too well. So the Bengals will be able to shut that down pretty handily. And the run game of the Steelers, though, very effective with Najee and with, like, as it seems like Najee runs better when Big Ben's at quarterback because teams aren't able to kind of key on the run a little. Because for some reason, they're still respecting Big Ben in the pot. I don't really understand that. But I guess it's like, I guess if you give him too much time or you ignore him, he will probably pick you apart and find at least an open guy and get the ball to him. The rest is a question mark. You like Najee Harris and Steelers? Because it does seem weird to think that the Bengals might actually sweep the Steelers. It doesn't seem possible. Hope they both lose. They just tie. UN Patriots football breakdown. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. The Titans better in fantasy to... Oh, the tight end, sorry. Well, yeah. Fairmouth and Fryermuth or whatever the hell his name is. I don't know. Right now, it does just seem like the Bengals are a much better team, right? Wild Jungle Cats versus Molten Metal Shapers. I'll take the Wild Jungle Cats, man versus cat. Plus, I think the Bengals are just playing better football than the Steelers are right now. It seems like the Steelers have stumbled and rumbled their way to their record, whereas the Bengals just hit a little bad patch and have recently seemed to have like found their stride toward the end of that Raiders game. So I know it feels weird for some people, I think, to think that the Bengals might actually just sweep the Steelers this season, which I don't know when that's happened last. It's had to have been a while. At absolute best, the 80s, maybe. Back when they had like Boomer and who's the guy who does Sunday Night Football with Al Michaels? Chris Collinsworth and shit. Wipeout? No, what's it about? Is it just like a action, like you're trying to do like a obstacle course and they're like throwing shit at you? Sounds funny. Anyway, all right. I guess people aren't really too interested. I know why no one really wants to talk about the Steelers and the Bengals. It's because of the next game, isn't it? You can be honest. I know all you closet Falcons fans and Jaguars fans are just like, get to the fucking game we want to talk about, please. Jesus. $2009 was the last time. AB. Vikings. Oh, we'll get to that one. That's your pick for that game? All right. Hell yeah, that sounds like a good show. By the way, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I appreciate that. Thank you for likes if you've left any. I don't know if anybody's left any likes. Let me check. Oh, only 4 likes? Dang. Nobody likes this fucking garbage. Sheesh. That's quite all right, though. I appreciate the number 4 there. It's fucking funny. Jaguars win 10-9. With the 3 most interesting games: Falcons, Jets, Texans, whatever. Yeah. The up and corner versus the crumbler. Oh, up and comer. Yeah. My thought process on the Falcons and Jaguars basically goes like this, right? Like, if I was to pay this any kind of serious attention, which is, like I try to do when I make my actual picks, I would look at the fact that the Jaguars, though they've, played decent bad, if there's like good and bad decent, and the Jaguars have played bad decent football lately. Like they're not like, yeah, they've made stupid ass plays and like they seem like really shitty, but like I don't know what it is. Like they play decent defense, and so do the Falcons sometimes. But it seems like the Falcons are able to like muster up the goodness a little bit more than the Jaguars are able to, whether that be because, a little bit more of a veteran-led team, probably a little bit better coaching as well because Smith's been in the NFL longer than Meyer. Is Patterson out again? Have they made an announcement on that? Or is it another one of those game time decisions? You got Falcons better than Jaguars. Yeah, I think it's as simple as that. I think they are just better. I think Matt Ryan can actually have like an unironically good game against them. No, Ridley's not returning yet. He's questionable. Last I seen on Fantasy, which was like a day or two ago, he was still listed as playing. Ridley's not returning quite yet. I think he's still dealing with whatever he's dealing with, so he could return at some point. Yeah, I feel like, the Falcons at times have looked really competent on defense, just like the Jaguars. So, I don't know. I'll just take the team with more wins. I don't really think the home-away thing matters in this game too much. Both teams can't hold late leads, but you have to kind of look at, well, I guess I kind of trust the Falcons a little bit more overall as a team than the Jaguars right now. Yeah, so do the Jaguars, though. Yep. Chargers and Broncos. This starts a run of pretty good games to actually talk about. Because I think other than the Monday night bullshit game, the rest of the games are like 500 and better teams matching up. So there's actual like playoff implications potentially for all of these teams in terms of losses and wins. If they're an NFC team, they're 5-5. I think they're still fight within a game of the 7th seed. So like they're all within it. They're all still very live. So there's something to all these games. I think even the Browns right now at 6-5 are still alive in the playoffs in the AFC. So the Chargers at 6-4 and the Broncos at 5-5. All these teams are still kind of in it. So everybody has something still to prove here. I wouldn't expect either one of these teams to kind of just roll over. But the game is in Denver. We'll go take a peek at what the over/under is for all this and all that. Chargers come in as 2.5-point favorites with an over/under of 47, with 86% of people picking the Chargers. That's quite significant. I definitely need these two to both lose. Yeah, as a Chiefs fan, I would imagine you probably would prefer to see the Chargers lose, right? So both teams would at least be 6-5. Because a win would put the Chargers at 7-4. You have LA beating Denver. Yeah, I have the Chargers winning as well. I think they're pretty equivalent defenses, with the Broncos a bit better on defense, whereas the Chargers are significantly better on offense than the Broncos. So I feel like I look at that, I'm like, well, it seems like the Chargers good outweighs the Broncos good. Yeah, I know, Rake. It's some bullshit they do. Sometimes it's the only way you can win things, right? You gotta manipulate the settings and then call everybody else cheaters. That Peyton Manning. Anyway, can pull it up. Can put up points. Yeah, I don't think Denver can put up points. That's the problem. Is like when I look at the disparity, it's like Well, the Broncos and Chargers defenses aren't that much different, whereas the Chargers or the Broncos probably have a bit better of a defense. Some slight advantage at home. Your kids are going crazy. It's always fun. um. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean, and the offense is nowhere near the same, especially since the Broncos' offense is real hit and miss, inconsistent with Teddy Two Gloves, and I don't know. It feels like the Chargers could easily pull this off on the road. But again, the Broncos at home are a lot tougher to play than the Broncos on the road, so there is kind of like this duality and disparity between the two teams. But, neither team has a coaching advantage, that's for damn sure. I guess slightly Chargers. I don't know. Teddy Two Gloves. Yeah, that's his nickname because he wears two gloves when he plays football. I think it's better than trying to make like lame puns on his last name. Yeah, it's a well established nickname. I think he earned it in college, or at least when he went to the Vikings. All right, let me scroll this up a little bit. There we go. It's easy. His last name is pretty easy to make puns on. All right, I guess that's pretty much it for the Chargers Broncos because we actually have probably the game of the week coming up next to talk about. The Rams and the Packers. I'm sure everybody has a lot to say about this one, which is actually a really good game. The Rams are favored by 2 with an over-under of 47. 54% of people are picking the Packers to win. It is notable to me that a number of the top people are picking these guys to win. The Rams instead of the Packers. I have the Rams winning, personally. Watch Moss rookie year with Vikes against Dallas Thanksgiving. At one point, he had 3 catches, 3 TDs, and 146 yards. Yeah, Randy Moss was different, man. And it's weird when people try, some people act like it's asinine to try to compare Randy Moss to him, but it's like, or Jerry Rice to him, but it's like, if Randy had the work ethic that Jerry had, I don't know if it would have been close. But Randy also kind of burned out and phased out quickly because of, the superior athleticism. Yeah, I agree. That's part of the reason. Rodgers is hurt. The Packers are dealing with injuries. They're still without a few players. I don't know how effective the players that are coming back from injury are going to be anyways. I think the Rams are going to be hungry in this game because they have to get off this weird little hump that they're in. Stafford doesn't particularly play awful up in Green Bay. He kind of knows the situation. So the Rams aren't going to come in flat-footed here like they typically probably would. Yeah, they're both great teams, but I like the Rams just a little bit, especially with an injured Aaron Rodgers against the defense that could probably be figuring it out by now. Could be 37-30. Never know. Plus, I think the Packers defense got a little exposed the other week. We'll get to that game. Don't worry. We're almost there. You see where we're at. We're at we're 3 games away. Making our way down to that one. ranked fourth. Yeah, and they'll probably get through this Packers line that hasn't been good without David Bakhtiari, in my opinion. At least not the same as it could be, with one of the probably the best left tackle in the NFL, or at least top three. Anyway. Sorry, I lost my screen. There we go. I don't know, though. Rams ranked fourth for sacks. Yeah, that's true. And they have Von Miller now. So we'll see if Von adds another dimension to that whole situation. We got anything else, anybody? Or move on to the next game? It's been a good stream. It's been pretty smooth getting through the majority of this shit today. I appreciate that. Yeah. Like, it's good. It's all good matchups, but it's all like, I feel like everybody doesn't want to be too confident about what they're picking because these games are all quite, they're quite hard to pick. That's, kind of hard to pick this week with your chest out because when 9 games are actually pretty good matchups this late into the season, it's kind of like, whew. I don't know. That's at least what I'm kind of getting the idea of because, Oh, shit, what the fuck? Parity? Yeah, there's a good amount of parity going on in the league right now, I would have to argue. All right, Vikings and 49ers, both teams 5-5 fighting for the playoffs. The 49ers, well, this game just locked. Why did the Chargers and Broncos game just lock up? Did some major news just happen about the Broncos and Chargers? What the hell? Let me look at something. Like, that line just disappeared. It just took off for some reason. As soon as I tune in to the next game, I see Topping get banged up. Man, sports has been hard on you, man. What's going on with this game? I'm not seeing anything. Never mind. I don't know why that just... I don't know. Maybe it's just a glitch. Oh, it's back. All right, I don't know what happened. You have the 49ers 23-21. You just don't like the Vikings. I got 49ers. You got the Vikings 31-24. Yeah, I like the let's see how they're looking at this. 59%. Oh, this is pretty up and up. Kind of a toss up for some people. A lot more people in the top side picking the 49ers, so that's something to keep in mind. It seems 41% on the Vikings, 59% on them. We already went over that. It's all hard to figure out, Rake. I don't think games can. I don't think the game was can. It got put back up. Yeah, I think that's going to be the major thing is like the 49ers are playing really good football right now. They're running the ball extremely well. Their defense is stepping up, playing very, very well. They've overcome some of the injuries that they had to deal with like they usually do. Garoppolo's playing confident, good football right now. Like it's hard to beat them when they're playing the way that they are. And I also think the biggest issue for Kirk Cousins and the Vikings is they're going up against a guy who knows every single thing about Kirk Cousins because he was the quarterback coach for almost the entirety of his time over in Washington, or at least a large part of it. He was involved in the coaching of the young Kirk Cousins. So not only does Shanahan know almost every one of this dude's tendencies, and he coached the tendencies into him, he knows how to defend these tendencies that Kirk has. Like, I think that's the biggest X factor that's really not being talked about is the fact that Shanahan kind of just knows Kirk Cousins. Downloading some Mafia right now and about to just rampage at some Italian gangsters. Hell yeah. Fuck them. Let's see if we'll cross 10 likes this stream. We're at 7. The most unliked stream of all time. What's up, Braden? How you doing, boss? But yeah, this will be a good game, I think. The Vikings should be able to keep it close, I think. I think the 49ers should be favored to win this game, and they are. Hard to play against the 49ers home crowd. Yeah, Vikings get after the court. Their defense is really underrated, but the 49ers are one of those teams that just run the shit out of it. Like, Debo's playing out of his mind. Kittle's playing very well. Everything just seems to be clicking in for the 49ers right now. And their 19th-string running back has got it going finally in the system. And I don't know. This is the kind of game Kirk Cousins loses. Like, historically, this is not a Kirk Cousins W game. You know, it's kind of the 4 p.m. slot, prime time, 4 p.m. There's going to be eyes on this game and a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure on this game. Not exactly Kirk's baby, but we'll see. I'm ready for the Giants to get blown out by 20 because I'm not allowed to. Well, you guys play it's the Eagles too, so it's nothing positive. Because you could sit in peace without the worriment of losing. All right. Ravens and Browns. Let's go on to Sunday Night Football this week. Should be a pretty good matchup. The Browns have struggled as of late, so, the Ravens, have been all over the place this season, but they've mostly won games. The Ravens are 3.5-point favorites with an over-under of 47. The Ravens are 89% favored to win this game, with every single expert picking them pretty much by and large. And I'm going to have to go with the Ravens too. I normally would like to think that the Browns could get an upset here, especially getting I think Kareem Hunt's back this game. I think they're getting one of their linemen back this game, and a couple other guys are actually back this game that could very much help out this Browns team that needs all it can get. But we're also getting a Ravens team that probably realizes that if they can win this game, and if they do win and the Patriots win, they could be the number 1 seed after this weekend. So there's extra added, emphasis for the Ravens on this one. But I also see it as the Browns understand that they could completely fuck the Ravens up by beating them. And I believe that would put the Bengals into first place in that division if the Bengals beat the Steelers. So the Browns can create ultimate chaos by winning, because if the Browns win and the Patriots win, then the Patriots move to the 1 seed. The 2 seed, I believe, becomes, it's either Tennessee or the Bengals, or the Chargers if they there's a whole chaotic thing where the top 4 seeds look completely different in 1 week. It could be it could that'll be your top 4. It would be like the Patriots, the Titans, or Bengals. It's just all of a sudden it looks very different, and it's quite interesting to think about that, because I do believe that the Bengals beat the Ravens this year. Correct? This year I've watched the last of the afternoon and primetime games because of that. Doo-doo shit. Giants are just bad. Sorry, that one guy. I kind of like the Browns, but I think I have the Ravens winning as well. That would be the setting. Okay, thank you, Space. Against the Saints, you turned it off. Oh, yeah. Damn. It's brutal. Oh, yeah, almost all. And Bud Dupree, a linebacker, a starting corner. Yeah, we have the other running back that the Titans have. Yeah, we're in a very lucky position here. But, yeah, Browns-Ravens. I think the Browns can keep it close, especially with the running backs out. But with Baker playing the way he's been playing and all injured and just not very good while injured, I don't see them being able to score enough. They barely beat the Lions, you know what I mean? The Ravens barely beat the Lions too, so kind of like litmus test it, and neither, if they had a better quarterback than Jared Goff, they probably would have, both these teams would have L's to the Lions, and that would be hilarious to be talking about. Yeah, I don't know. Is Lamar all right? Is he playing in this game? I would imagine he is. This game kind of has a caveat. If the Browns, if he's out, I'm not going to pick the Ravens because the Browns will actually be able to do more than the Bears did. Need a couple weeks off. Who's that, Adam? Baker? Yeah, Baker could use some time, I would say. Poor old Baker's fucking going through it. We'll be live reacting to this game probably. Might as well. Baker, yeah, that's what I figured. I don't even know why I asked that. I figured as soon as I said it. I was like, well, that's pretty stupid. I didn't need to say that. Everybody. They're wrong. You just got the Colts. Well, I believe the Tampa is the number one rush defense. So it was kind of like, two forces meeting one another. All right, I guess that's all for the Browns and the Ravens. We'll go to the Seahawks and Washington. Does anybody even give a shit about this game? Washington's favored by 1, basically. Pick 'em. And it's 57-43 with people leaning on Washington. I got Washington, too. Seattle's been goddamn awful. But this is the game where Russell's probably going to come back and throw like fucking 5 touchdowns or 6 touchdowns, and everyone's going to be like, oh my God, they're back. Baker has a knee, shoulder, and ankle, and they're still playing. Yeah, at some point, it's like sit him. Exactly, Braden. I agree. It's like, well, at some point, it's like, is Baker playing injured actually hurting the team rather than helping? And it is hurting, it would appear. Yeah, fucking Seahawks are, it's making one wonder if Pete Carroll will be back next year. Or if they're going to ask him to step down before they have to, get rid of him. Take him out back like old Yeller. They'll have Russell Wilson be like, nah, whoever the Seahawks owner is, that's my coach. I'll do it. And he'll grab the shotgun and he'll walk Pete Carroll down by the lake. And he'll be like, Pete Carroll will be looking over and he'll be like, hey, Russ, tell me about running it from the 1. And Russ will start telling him all about what it's like to run the ball from the 1 instead of throwing it. What happens when you do that? You probably win the Super Bowl. You go back to back. You're Super Bowl champions. Then he shoots him in the back of the head. Good combo of 2 things, right? You combine Old Yeller and of Mice and Men. No, I just think Pete Carroll needs to go. I think at the game, I don't know what the fuck he's done. Like, that team is just awful now. Oh, Russell Wilson's still a good quarterback. It's just I think Pete Carroll's lost his gourd. I don't know what he's up to anymore. Like him and Belichick are like 3 years apart, and you wouldn't really think it. This is the Wilson 3-2. I think we'll see Pete Carroll leave beforehand. Yeah, Raker. I'm not sure what the hell's going on with Pete. He needs to step down. Like if the Seattle Seahawks want to keep Russell Wilson in Seattle, the best way they could do that is by Pete Carroll bowing out. Like, dude, just go to like a front office role or something. Go to an advisory role. Like, let a guy who's young and understands the pace. Like, the Seahawks should be running a different offense, like, fundamentally. Like, it's like, what the fuck what even is this offense you guys are running? Are you still running that weird, awful offense that fucking Lombardi put in, Joe Lombardi or whatever his name is? Yeah, it's just bad team building. And then they just like don't run the right offense. Like, why isn't Russ running more of like a read option? Like I know I bring up read option a lot, but like Russ is 5'11". Why isn't he moving around more? They have this dude standing in a pocket at 5'11". It's like, but that doesn't work. The fuck are you guys doing? Have you noticed he's really good on the run? Yeah, but we want him to be more like a pocket guy. Yeah, because they like insist in Seattle on having him stand in a fucking pocket for no reason whatsoever. When all of his receivers are like really good, like play breakdown receivers that just can get open. It's kind of asinine to me. And it kind of reeks of a coach who's the game is slowly passing by, if that makes sense. And it's not like an insulting thing. It's just one of those like he's it just seems as though this is no longer the game Pete Carroll remembered it to be. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if his finger is going to be getting better. It's probably getting better slowly and slowly. Daniel Jones is a backup for a couple years and became the new Dan Orlovsky for ESPN. Yeah, probably. Hey, we're up to 9 likes in the most unliked stream ever. Yeah, the gum's losing its flavor. It's just stale, nasty, fucking black. Pete wants to run the ball 50 times per game, but O-line is still meh. You think they'd fix that? You'd think so. You'd think so. Yeah, it'd be tough, especially think about like trying to throw something. Well, this stream's dying. Man, this channel is just not doing well lately. That's all right. Hopefully it bounces back up. Doubt it, though. Need a big couple days or something. I don't know what's going on. I flew out the algorithm or something. Might have to spam upload next week. Yep. Yeah, I'll be doing. What's up, Hackers Nation? I think so, Adam. I think it's just because these streams are usually very busy on Saturday nights. What's up, Max? What's up, Hackers Nation? How you guys doing? Yeah, we're doing Titans at Patriots at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then Sunday Night Football. Yeah, the Browns, yeah. You guys have Hunt and who else back? Oh, wow, we're up at 12 likes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Pretty sweet. You guys have Hunt and Conklin back this week? That's who I thought it was. I knew it was an offensive lineman. I just didn't want to say Conklin and be wrong. If Baker was healthier, you guys would be an easy upset pick. Joey No Nuts Judge. You're just hoping for a clean house firing for the Giants. I don't blame you. Fuck that. When your team hasn't been performing at all, it'd be nice to see them, especially clean house. Avalanche game here. What's Colorado Avalanche? Just want a new owner. Giants fans are just like, man, everything's been awful. Maybe as long as the true man of the men stays. Yeah, you guys got to keep Gettleman. What up, Kenny? You missed everything? Yeah. These streams are a little earlier on Saturday nights. Gentlemen, Gettleman. Those are fighting words. You hoping Bengals win against the Steelers? Yeah, I'm hoping so. Yeah, Kenny, it's all right. It happens. But yeah, you went to another Tech game. Did they win? Hockey on the radio, on the phone. I'm on the phone. Oh, nice. Sounds like you're having a nice sports night tonight. What college football game you watching? OK and OK State. See, now that we're done talking about the normal stuff, it's okay to talk about college football. Wow. 6-1. Stay live for another 18 minutes or so, another 20 minutes. Till about 10 o'clock, and then I'm going to mosey on out of here. Did I pick the Packers? No, I think you guys got a few too many things going on against a team that's going to be playing very aggressive football this week. Auburn blew it. Yeah, I seen that. 24-24. All right, Space. That's pretty good. Yeah, Auburn was leading that game, and then they just blew it late. Pretty crazy. Now Michigan all of a sudden is just control. All they got to do is win the Big Ten, and they'll probably be in the college football playoffs. Notre Dame with their shiny golds. That's pretty cool. You're playing Iowa? Oof. Actually, this year that's not that big a deal. You guys can probably beat Iowa. Auburn blew a 28-3. Oof. You never want to blow a 28-3. Are the Red Wings good this year in hockey? To people who watch hockey, it says they're 10-9-1, right? Is that good? Because the Red Wings just won in overtime tonight. And I know nothing about hockey. They're doing good? Are they better than they were the last few years now? I wish one of the hockey nerds like Eric, they are? All right. Well, I know you watch a lot of the games, Kenny, so. Good to see. Nice to see the Red Wings as slowly rising as cream of the crop in the NHL. I know nothing about hockey. I know nothing except that the Red Wings are the best team. And when they are the best team again, is I'll watch some hockey. But until they're the number one ranked team, I'm good. They're better at home. That's good. You watch all the sports. There's nothing wrong with that. Just watch what you like. So does that mean Steve Yzerman's just like a great GM? Like he's just really good at building up teams and shit for some reason? He did really good with Tampa Bay, and then he's done he seems to be doing really good with the Red Wings so far. That's pretty cool to see. Nice to see Detroit sports have a future, you know? It was a bad decade, really. Yeah, this stream's pretty much dying out, I know. I'll probably get going pretty soon here, actually, in the next few minutes. We got a busier day tomorrow. We got 2 streams to do. So. It's true, Kenny. Never do that. You're probably going to get fleeced. Let me look up NHL. Oh, there we go. Standings. Let's see. I don't know how to look at this. The Rangers are 13-4 with 29 points. That seems to be pretty good. I don't know if I'm doing the Packers game. I don't think so, Kenny. Lions? Well, they're in a complete rebuild. And, you know, they have a lot of, I don't know. Lions suck. Lions are just, yeah. But, yeah, no real plans on doing the Packers and the Rams. I don't know. Ooh, itchy ass leg right now, though. Ow. Yeah. Worst feeling. I hate this because of having dry ass legs in the winter. Ooh. All right, though. I think that's about that for this week's preview stream. It was a good stream. I enjoyed it. It was very talkative, very full. It was a good run. Lots of likes. I appreciate the 13 that were left. Very kind. But yeah, you know, once the games are over, there's not really much left in this stream other than just a little bit of light talk. Pay J.C. Jackson, see if you can get Allen Robinson for less than a back-breaking deal. Also, wait and see what the salary cap looks like. We could be in pretty good shape to do both. You know what I mean? If it goes up like $20 million, then we'll be all right. That's what I mean, Adam. I think so. It's good watching a Pats fan because he's a smart NFL spectator, and I get to watch your streams when you stream Pats. It's really great. Yeah, man. I also give out links to the game so people have ways to watch as well. Yeah, the Bears wide receiver. I would like him quite a bit in New England. But if N'Keal Harry continues to, like, we may not need to get that, but yeah, if we can get like an Allen Robinson, that would be perfect. Well, our team would be complete at that point. Oklahoma got a safety. But I appreciate the kind words, Braden. You're always welcome to come hang out here. We stream quite a bit, just not really on Tuesdays because I need a day to myself. But all right, everybody. I appreciate everyone coming out tonight. It was a good-ass stream. We'll be live tomorrow afternoon for the Patriots and Titans game. Yeah, it seems like he wants. Yeah, I think he's done, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. If they fired Nagy, he might want to stay and play with Fields. We need something, Adam. We need somebody who can catch the ball deep. Fuller would have been great, but he went to the goddamn Jets or the Dolphins. He can't stay healthy anyway. I wouldn't mind Gallup, but I don't know. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, just show up if you can. If you can't, you can't. I understand. Yeah, that's definitely an age where they're like wasting a career. Hold on. I wanna look at something real quick before I go. Dang, still no update on these fucking papers yet, man. I'm just like dying to know how I did on those. Yeah, that's when I thought it was due. Anyway. Did they send emails with them potentially done? No. Fuck. It's quite all right. Dang. But all right, everybody. I appreciate everyone coming out tonight. It was a fun time. Yeah. Like I said, tomorrow's live as always, pretty much for a lot of the games, or two of the games anyway. All right. Well, have a good rest of your night. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course go Patriots. Should be a good game, and yeah, fun times. Yep. Have a good night, everybody. Peace out.